all you've done, you continue to do, and I'm honored to give you this citation. Congratulations.
Yay.
Amy, it's Jeff Zuckerman. I have the citation. I'll read it. Don't worry about it. When you go back.
Okay, good. All right. All
I
right.
am-
Thanks to all of you. We're doing the gun package. We're not doing environment bills today, but also
Thank
important.
you for the gun package, and
Okay.
I'm absolutely honored and really overwhelmed by this unexpected attention. And of course, I'll have more to say later, but thank you so much, Amy, and everybody else here involved. We're all so concerned about the environment, about our safety, our children's future. Thank you so very much.
All right. Thank you very much. And you've made my day. You've actually, with all of the work that you do, I'm humbled. So congratulations again.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Here.
taking the time too. All right, so I want to, let's see if I can do one more. Now what? Oh, okay. Speaking of what you said, Madeline, I had sort of fun. I went on the web last night and I kept typing in Madeline Eppenstein Scarsdale, and then I would say like leaf blowers or something. And all these things kept showing up that you presented to Village of Scarsdale. Here's health and safety environmental policy, a report on that, or a thing of it. Eppenstein, glass cycling and leaf education. Co-presidents, Scarsdale Park snow removal. That was a big thing that you made major change because they were dumping the snow on an environmental park. And banning gas leaf blowers. So that's Madeline. We need lots of Madelines in our town, as I said. And their other thing is, Amy alluded to this, all the 1,000 trees, or at least 1,000 trees have been planted over the years due to your efforts. You organized a community planning day in Scarsdale, and they can all be, Scarsdale can be really, really happy to have you there. Oh, and also I have another slide. I just want to know so Madeline, actually originally I met her as a gardener, and she was actually on our garden tour way back when. And then I knew she belonged to St. Andrews somehow there. And I was trying to get permission to put birdhouses there. That took a while, but as you can see, we got permission, and there she was banding. That's like 2017 or so. And you can see the bluebirds in the picture there. She recently returned last year with her husband and for a banding session. And she also got permission to put the boxes up on George. So getting permission for these things is half the job. And she looks at the boxes there when she enjoys that park. So Madeline, you're terrific, as we know, and you really, really, really super deserve this honor. Now, is anybody else, the mayor of Scarsdale, I think, was there, or somebody else going to say something?
Yes, I am here. I'd love to have the opportunity to acknowledge Madeline. I mean,
Oh my God.
there is no doubt. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we good? Excellent. Well, Madeline, there is no doubt that, Madeline is the go-to person for all of the environmental questions. She is so incredibly knowledgeable and dedicated and determined and kind, and like there is nothing I can't actually say sufficient praise for her, because but I don't think what she understands is the stature she carries in Scarsdale. People, can you hear me, Madeline? I hope you can hear.
I can hear every
transit.
word. I can hear you.
But Madeline, you are the go-to people. In fact, when we have meetings talking about anything that we need to do in Scarsdale that has anything remotely connected to your areas of expertise, can we get Madeline insight? Can we get her leadership? It's Madeline. Madeline is like the stamp of approval for everything in Scarsdale. So,
Oh my God.
and you're right. You mentioned that Madeline's name is on. So not only is she so digital, but she is so industrious. Developed proposals that are exceedingly well researched, that are exceedingly well documented, super persuasive, and is the person who makes things happen. And I can't, I so delighted. Madeline, I wasn't going to be here. Like, I'm in transit. I had to be here. I had the
Oh, my
official
goodness.
proclamation. Oh, I feel, I don't know if you know how much I care about you and how much I admire you and how appreciative you could spend your energies doing anything else. And what you have done for Dale is just, it's priceless for us. So I'd like to just quickly proclamation, just so I can hear it. I am just so delighted to officially acknowledge, where Scarsdale resident Madeline Epstein, a devoted member of your Audubon Society, of the Bronx River Sound Shore Audubon Society, has demonstrated tremendous commitment to conservation in the Scarsdale community, and is being recognized as the organization's 2020 honoree. And whereas Madeline uses her skills as a retired lawyer to advocate for local sustainable initiatives, such as orchestrating the planting, which Sandy mentioned, of over 1,000 native trees and shrubs in the village of Scarsdale. And she taught me how to do it too. I was out there digging, and she taught me, and she taught my daughter. And applying for grants annually to ensure native plantings continue in the community. And whereas Madeline is a longtime member and former president of the Scarsdale Forum and served as president of the Friends of Scarsdale Parks, where she focuses her efforts on making Scarsdale a greener community. And whereas Madeline supported River Sound for Audubon's project by coordinating the installation of bird boxes at St. Andrew's Golf Club, resulting in a record number of bluebirds, which we got to see, and meeting and nesting pairs in the areas. Now, therefore, I, Jane E. Varon, Mayor of the Village of Scarsdale, do hereby join in honoring Madeline Eppenstein's exceptional dedication to conservation on behalf of all village residents. Offer congratulations to Madeline as a 2020 honoree for the Bronx River Sound Shore Audubon Society, expressing our gratitude and appreciation for her countless contributions to sustainability, and I'll add, and to everything else Scarsdale.
All
So,
right.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Got that.
And 2020, do we get it right, or is it 2022? Making sure we got it right.
2022 is, well, she actually was,
2020.
yeah, they started with 2020 that we started honoring her. And then I said, I want you, then the COVID hit, we had announced the COVID hit. And I said, I want to wait until people can be there in person. And we we finally thought this year it'll happen this year. And then, I don't know, the big outbreak, right?
She's been our honoree for 3 years.
Right, I said, yeah, you've had it for 3 years.
You deserve
longest
that and
honoree.
more. Right. Yep,
Some sort of
earned it.
record. It's
So
really,
you can, any date, 20, 21, 22, all works.
I'd like, Madam
Okay.
Mayor.
Sandy, it's Jeff.
on
I don't
behalf
know,
of
is Amy
Audubon,
Pullen still on?
and can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
And Madam Mayor and Sandy, on behalf of Audubon, and Jane on behalf of Scarsdale Village, I don't know what to say. I am
Well, I don't
Really?
think we're finished saying yet. Audubon New York is going to say something, so.
stunned and overwhelmed by this tremendous honor that is so unexpected. Seriously, I'm really choked up right now. It's sort of like when we do these things, it really has to do with the people in our lives.
Right.
And it's the environment. And almost everything we plant is not just for pollinators, but also for birds, which is really
Right.
an extraordinary nexus that we have with each other, with our environment. And the thing that's the most impressive to me in terms of Audubon, especially, and also the village, is that the children are involved and
Right.
are excited by the their interest in the environment and the out of doors, and it's so important to their well-being. So for all those reasons, I'm so proud to be involved in all of these endeavors, but especially because it brings me closer to all of you and your achievements and work you know, on many of the same goals that we share.
Okay, Laura or Mike, do you have, I know we have a proclamation or something from you.
Yeah, thanks, Sandy. So thanks to the chapter, Bronx River Sound Shore, for asking us to help honor Madeline tonight. Madeline, I learned more about from other people's comments, I think, from the little bio that they sent me about the all of your work, but very impressive. You are a deserving 3-year honoree for this award. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mike Berger. I'm the executive director of Audubon's Connecticut and New York program. And joining me here tonight is Laura McCarthy, who many of you probably do know. She's our network engagement manager, works more closely with all the chapters in both states. So it's really our honor to share in the event, to congratulate you, Madeline, for your work. It sounds like what you do improves the quality of life for everybody in the community, not just the birds, you know, not just the young people, but everybody. And, you know, it's really what we need to see more of. We call that community conservation, native plants, you know, making things better for the birds, but bringing young people in to help and really trying to engage them in what you're doing and helping them see that they can be part of that work and part of the solutions going forward. And thank you for everything you do. Really appreciate it. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Madeline, if you can
Thank you
see,
so much. Thank you so
Madeline,
very much.
if you can see my picture, can you see my picture?
I think someone's got to mute Bernie, or we're gonna have some.
What do you think that is, Laura? That's the extra.
That's coming from Bernie's mic. I don't know if he can hear us, but if somebody can mute Bernie, that would help.
Bernie?
Yeah.
All right, Bernie, where are you?
Go ahead, Doug. Sorry.
Madeline, can you see me on the picture?
Yes, I can see you, Doug.
You
Oh
see
my
that?
goodness. Oh my goodness.
I can't find
you,
Bernie.
Doug.
Can,
Thank you so much.
And so
Ah!
it's Kestrel plus the certificate from Audubon, New York.
Thank you so much. This means so much.
We made the handoff at the council meeting a couple of weeks ago, and originally they were going to send it home with me, and I was going to be there in person tonight. But I said, we don't know if something's going to happen, and I don't get there in person, so you better take it, Doug.
okay,
Sandy, you're gonna have to scroll down until you can
I
see
can't,
Bernie's
I've
name.
scrolled all the way down and I can't find,
Bernie Conway. If you hit the 3 dots.
okay, wait a
next
minute,
to
I'm
his
gonna
name.
stop the screen sharing. If I stop the screen sharing, maybe I can have, God.
You did it. You
And
did it.
What did I do?
Oh, he
Whatever
muted.
you did,
He
you
muted himself. That's good.
solved it.
Sandy,
Sandy,
we have Peter McCart here representing George Latimer.
George
Okay, I saw him, okay.
And I have the proclamation from George Latimer here for Madeline. So
What?
yeah, but I don't know if Peter wants to say anything.
No, I just want to say just a congratulations, Madeline, all your work, and I'll just make it very short. But thank you for everything you do, and you know, working with the environment and everything. We really appreciate it. And I'm sorry
No,
George
Peter-
can't be here. There's the
Peter,
airport.
We've met, and.
No, I know, Madeline.
And I'm so overwhelmed that that the county is involved, and thank you to George, who of course I spoken with and met many times, but and I miss seeing him at the recent forum, Scarsdale Forum annual membership meeting that he dropped in on. Anyway, I'm very grateful. Please convey my thanks.
Sandy, I just want to read something from the proclamation. I will not read all of this.
Okay.
So much just continues to highlight all the great things Madeline has done, but something, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Peter or somebody did something very comical here, which I think is wonderful. I mean, after saying, Madeline, selfless dedication and got 1,000 native trees and shrubs planted in Scarsdale and, the Scarsdale Forum and all that. It then goes on to say that Madeline first intersected with Brass Audubon when she learned of its Bluebird project as a member of St. Andrew's Golf Club. She got permission to get boxes installed there and this is what I love, soon many bluebirds joined. So last year, St. Andrews had a record 5 nesting pairs in its boxes.
Can I take credit for writing that? Because that's actually my words.
Oh, those are your words? How nice.
Those are my words, so thank you.
All right. Anyway, that was wonderful. And then it finishes by saying that Westchester County, as Westchester County executive, I recognize the service and dedication of Madeline Epstein. She is worthy of the highest esteem in Westchester County. And
Well, that's just extraordinary, and I thank you and George Latimer so very much. And actually, because of the wetland restoration project for which I wrote the grant for Scarsdale, we actually I don't know if it wasn't bestowed on me. I think it might have been Friends of Scarsdale Parks who won some citations from the county. The water kind of orb in the county for our wetland restoration in a very large tract of real estate between Scarsdale High School and the Scarsdale Library, as was part of the old Butler estate. But we, the county had recognized us for that work, which really transformed an area that was being used as a dumping ground on the banks of the Fox Meadow Brook, which flows directly into the Bronx River, which, as we know, is being renewed, and we need to be careful that our tributaries stay clean as well.
Okay.
Thank you, Peter. Thank
All
you,
right.
everyone.
I think we did the Audubon, and our Audubon chapter, Madeline, we always give a gift, and we're going to giving a gift to you, a certificate to, well, it was Nancy Carlson's nurse. Did you ever go to Nancy Carlson's nursery when Nancy was there?
Of course.
Yeah, okay, well, she's actually sold it, but it's still got all sorts of wonderful things, and it looks like she is there because of what's there. So we have a gift certificate for you to either pick out one of the, I don't know, something ornamental thing to put in your garden, or maybe a little shrub or a little native tree to plant in the corner to be a lasting memory and memento of this auspicious honor. And all that, everything will be delivered to you. People were going to be delivering things to you.
I think in closing, because I know you probably want to get to your business meeting, but I am eternally grateful, sincerely grateful and honored by everything and everyone. This has been totally unexpected. And the most precious thing of all is, as I said before, our relationships with each other and our shared goals. And I just adore everyone. Thank you so much.
Sandy, I feel like it's not lost on me that I think we jumped a little bit on Mike and Laura. So do they have anything else they want to say?
I said all that I wanted to say. Thank you, but maybe Laura wants to add.
I'll just add that it's just always an honor to see all the great work you're doing locally in the community, and the folks that Bronx River Sound Shore honors every year. I learn about somebody new in the community who's doing amazing work. So congratulations, Madeline. It's been a delight to learn about your work. And thank you to the chapter for including us in this and for elevating the great work that folks in your community do. It's so important.
Thank you. I feel the same.
All right.
We learn a lot from each other.
Here's a toast. Here's a toast to Madeline. If you got your wine.
Toast to Madeline. Yes.
The wine and cheese. Bring your own bottle.
Wait, we have one more citation.
The citation that we never really got to hear any of from Amy from the New York State Assembly. I'm not reading it. Again, 1,000 trees and all the things you've done. But at the end, I think there's just a wonderful line here. History has often taught us that the merit of any society can and will be measured by the actions of those individuals who, by way of unparalleled exhibitions of diligence and conviction, inspire those just fortunate to bear witness. And now therefore be it resolved that as a duly elected member of the New York State Assembly, I am pleased to congratulate Madeline Epstein as an outstanding individual who is worthy of our esteem and the esteem of the entire great state of New York.
Wonderful,
Okay. All
wonderful.
right,
goodness.
cheers.
Bravo.
Bravo, all right.
Bravo, Madeline. And
Thank
thank you, Laura. How's that baby, Laura?
Thank you.
Are you allowed to be there, have the baby yet or not yet?
Not yet. I've been giving her hugs with a mask on, but she's great.
Oh,
2.5
okay.
somehow. I don't know how it works, but it
all
happened.
right. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to, if I can. Let's see. Well, anyway, we all in favor, okay. Okay, so we need to officially elect the slate of officers for a 2-year term. Sandy, Doug, Diane, and Jeff. All in favor, say aye. Raise your hand.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, good. So we have new officers. Now, we also, we need to elect the slate of directors for the class of 2023. And it's Leslie Brill who's here. Bernie, I think somebody said he is on the thing on a, I never saw him, but I'm glad he's here. Henry, Johnny, Flores, and Tim Mack. I'm hidden by my little thing. Can anybody see Tim Mack's picture?
Yes.
Okay. good.
Yes, he's
And he's
there.
a brand new board member. I'm sorry he is not here, that I know of. Anyway, he's a brand new board member, lives in Hartsdale, and I met him years ago, and he actually has his own business, birdscaping, where he goes to homes and plants native gardens and bird, feeders and fountains and whatever, all to, help the birds. And he's really super knowledgeable of all this. So I thought he would be a good addition to our board.
Yes.
And Diane is also, he lives near Diane also. Diane walks her dog near his house. And Diane, you want to say anything? Are you there?
Well, just go by his garden and you'll see how talented he is. I go by every day just to look, to see what birds are there.
Yeah. All right.
And by the way, these pictures are fabulous that you have of
Yeah,
everybody.
Listen, you jumped on my line there, Diane. I can't believe these pictures. Look at this.
They're wonderful.
Bernie looks like he's on the cover of GQ.
I can tell you, I got all these pictures.
They're wonderful.
So Leslie will recognize.
Did someone ask
so
for
I-
my name? Did someone call my, I heard someone call my name. Did someone need me to say something or?
No,
we're looking
Bernie,
at
no.
your gorgeous, that is a gorgeous picture. So all these pictures
they're
were
all
actually
great.
taken off of a picture I have, and I just cropped down to the face. And Leslie, that picture was, if you look at the lineup of Henry getting his award, I'm sure she's standing, that's what Leslie had on. I think I got Bernie's picture out of helping with the garden with Claire's garden, the Clark garden in Tuckahoe, the native garden in Tuckahoe. That clipped that. Henry, that's when we honored Henry. And Henry, that's how Henry's always very astutely dressed with his tie and his jacket. And that picture was when we honored you. And Johnny, that picture was on a bird walk and he's looking up in the trees. And
looks like
I
a
either had
birder. that
that picture, or I had a picture of them. There was another one helping with the bird seed sale, but sort of the
He's
mask
just missing his binoculars.
is missing. Yeah, well, they're probably down below. And
Sandy,
then Tim,
can we just ask Diane, where is Tim's garden?
Oh, he lives on Columbia
Okay,
Road, and he's probably halfway down the street from Hartsdale Avenue to, I think it's Lakeville.
yep,
Yeah.
yep,
And
he's on the right, Bonnie. If
on
you
the
turned onto
right-hand
Columbia,
side.
it would be on the right.
okay.
and you can't, he has a picket fence and there's all sorts of trees and birds and it's all native, and he has a little sign out front that says native pollinator garden.
We will check it out.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tim,
Okay.
if you're there, don't arrest us as we look at your lawn.
And Tim, the picture of Tim, I found it. I was visiting his garden years ago when I got to know him. And I think, actually, this man, he gave me, because he has a business selling a lot of stuff, he gave me for free $100 camera, a motion detector camera that was specifically designed to take pictures of birds at bird feeders, motion detective. Anyway, and he knew I had lost mine. It was a long story, but I'd lost him. And he arrives one day and said, I know this camera is invaluable to you and I want you to have it. And he just gave it to me. So he's a good guy and I look forward to having him join us.
Wonderful.
That's great.
All right, so what I thought was going to take about 20 minutes is now taking almost an hour, but that's good. We had our visit.
Sandy,
And-
Sandy,
yes?
could I just ask you, when you mentioned all of the work that Bronx River Sound Shore has done, remember the classes that you gave?
You know,
at
yes, so
Trial?
Bonnie, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry about that. I was anyway, just somewhere late today, I went, oh my God, I didn't put the Holy Child pictures in there. And Bonnie actually helped me with that. And I'm really sorry. I managed not to get that slide in there at the last minute.
okay,
I
but I
was
just
going
want-
to. I ran out of time. So yes, we did. And thank Bonnie. We didn't get to go to Mount Vernon school and do our program. Hopefully we'll do it next year. But Holy Child, a private school, they were allowed to ask us to come in and we went, and we really went at least 5 sessions. We did all the program we normally do in Mount Vernon. Plus we also did a Bluebird program where we built houses and put bluebirds on the property, bluebird houses on their property. And that really should have had that slide there. And Bonnie helped me with all of it. So
But it's a gorgeous campus. And
yes,
and
yes.
they were very receptive.
And I think they have tree swallows in their boxes.
Oh dear.
Like
And
everybody
hopefully
does.
I'll be able to go back to Murray next year, even though the
Right.
teacher the main teacher I was doing it with is retiring this year.
Right. Well, there's got to be somebody else there that recognizes your value.
Well, I've told people with the administration and stuff, so they know.
Good, terrific. Okay, if there's no more business, should we adjourn the meeting? Is there anything I've left out?
We didn't vote.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't vote on the slate. Okay. All in favor of the class of 2023, say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
All right.
I just
Terrific.
want,
Actually,
I'm not gonna let this go without one more thing. And that is that, well, there's 2 things. First of all, I mean, people that know me, I'm decidedly heterosexual, so I only play for one team. I'm sorry to say, some men who were very interested in me, but Bernie, 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 this is a classic-
Where is this going?
Bernie, this is a lumbersexual picture. Lumbersexual. I'm very
what are
impressed.
you talking about?
Very impressed. Now, the other thing is, I don't want this meeting to go without saying it was wonderful working with all of you this year. And I look forward to it again next year.
Okay. And actually, I have one more. I didn't do enough thank yous. I think I thanked Diane, right? I also want to thank Claire, who does the newsletter to me, which I had done
Yes.
for a while, and that is a tremendous job. And I also want to thank, and if I had more time, hours in the day, I would have made a slide of all this, and I ran out of time to make these slides. So our authors in our newsletter, I think we should submit our newsletter now to some literary group, because I think the articles in there are excellent. And particularly Ted and Vern are
Yes.
coming up with wonderful articles all the time, as are many other people. Jeff just had a good article. We had an article by one of our, Alex, one of our young youth birders recently. And
Who wrote the article on the crows?
what?
Who wrote the article on the crows?
I think that article, I think was Alex's article, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
That was Alex's article. Yes, the Brilliant Crow. Yes, he wrote that. And anyway, so cheers to all of us and Jeff for keeping track of the money. Who have I left out?
Well, I'd like to say thank you to Sandy for her energy and influence, and also for running a really tight meeting and keeping us on track. Well
Yeah.
done.
I try.
Thank you.
Here, bravo.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, so until next fall, or we see whatever we see you on the trails, the Bluebird trails or the field trip trails or whatever, have a good summer. Stay safe. Wear your mask. It's not over till it's over. It's not over.
And thank you, Sandy, for putting together the great slideshow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I ran out of time, but I would have.
Thank you.
Diane,
Sandy.
before you get off, before you take what you have for Madeline, could you come pick up what I have for her?
Sure.
And we'll be dropping off the 2 that we have to Madeline.
All right, Madeline, are usually somebody home there? Are you, these days, people are home.
You're looking at her.
Yeah, no, are you usually home?
Yes, yes.
Okay, anybody, I got her phone number and address if anybody needs
Yeah,
it.
you can text that to us, okay?
Okay, I'll do that. That would be great. And then Aaron, if you're still there, I'm gonna be dropping by with your wedding gift.
Thank you so much again. Thank you.
And Aaron, give me a call so we can figure out what we want to try to get.
I was
to
just,
a meeting.
yep, I'm gonna send an email to the committee and we'll
Yeah, we're gonna do a
we'll plan
programs
our
meeting.
program. Yeah, we'll plan our program meeting.
Okay, let me
And
know
we
when.
can do it here.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi,
That'd be-
everybody. Thank you.
Good team.
everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
getting ready to be over and out.
Nice
Good
to
meeting,
see
Andy.
you.
Okay.
Nice to see
Okay.
you all.
I'm on cloud 9.
Okay, all right, I gotta find the stop button. Okay, so long.
Send me the video.
Okay, you know, I got just the tail end of Amy Pollan's talk. I forgot to hit the record, and somehow towards the end of her thing, I hit the record button. So most of everything was recorded.
You know, Sandy, I am just in a state of a complete disbelief. I didn't expect anything like this. And I'm just, I mean, it's a tremendous honor, really
You
is.
did a tremendous amount of work. What can we say?
You left out the part about the pesticide report.
Listen, it was about 2 in the morning and but what I learned was if I would say, Madeline Epstein, Scarsdale, and then one of those subjects like leaf blowers or something, you would pop up. So I should have just said pesticide.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, one of my pet projects is traffic safety.
Right.
I've done.
Well, no, I think the one thing said
a lot on
something
that.
about safety. I did enter that in there.
Yeah, it's really, it's such a joy working with all of you. There's Diane and, just everybody. It's one person can't do it all.
No,
It
that's
really
true.
takes it takes a collaboration with each other and also with their village. And the county and the state. I mean, we're still trying to lower the speed limit on certain roads in Scarsdale.
Mhm.
So,
Keep at it. Keep at it.
you're all amazing and it's just really, I'll just say it again, very simply. This has been a tremendous honor. I can't thank you enough.
Okay, I'm gonna get Erin to put it on the website somehow. She's the one who can do that. And you'll be able to click on it there.
Yeah, I'll
Very
have my
good.
I hope
family-
it's there.
I'll have my family tune in. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
that's
It's
terrific.
just too
Okay.
bad, it's too bad it couldn't be in person, but it's,
Yeah.
Well,
So
this is the next best
Close
thing.
enough.
I mean, for 2.5
If you want some
years.
milkweed, Madeline, if you want some milkweed, come and get it.
Okay, I actually
Or anybody
have,
else.
you're not going to believe this. I'll just end on this note. Because we love our environment so much. I think the universe is listening to us. And since last year and now this year, out of nowhere, I've got milkweed growing all over my yard.
Wow.
The
Wow.
common milkweed just decided to sprout in my yard. And now it's spread, not just on my side yard, but now it's near my front walk. So it's,
Okay.
I mean, really, it's a blessing.
Okay, that's
All I can
fantastic.
say.
Let me just give you a little warning about common milkweed.
I know.
It really spreads. And you know
It's
what?
very invasive.
I have some that just showed up in my yard, but every other plant in my yard is being eaten by the deer, including my Asclepias tuberosa is being eaten by the deer or the groundhog. So I am letting that common milkweed grow there, and if it takes over the whole thing, I'll let it be.
Well, I'm.
It'll be the only plant left.
I know you probably want to, tune out now, but I could have spoken for so long about some of the properties that we've discovered about certain of the native, and Diane knows this, certain of the native shrubs that, get berries and high bush cranberry.
Right.
Gray dogwood, silky dogwood, and the berries that they produce. But the interesting side bar about some of these plants is that they actually inhibit Japanese knotweed.
Oh,
There's something either allelopathic or something in the roots or the way plants communicate chemically with each other that is absolutely, of course, we don't use pesticides, but, and we have to cut down a lot. But wherever we plant gray dogwood, there is absolutely no knotweed sprouting.
wow.
And it sprouts everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be able to
I'm
share
gonna
some of
put
those.
gray dogwood. Did the deer eat gray dogwood?
No, actually, they like when we started planting red twig dogwood at the on the wetland restoration track. The deer like the tender shoots,
Right.
but as soon as the shrubs get really tall, they can't browse on it anymore.
Right.
And then they don't even browse on the lower branches either. So it's an extraordinary.
Is gray dogwood the same as red twig dogwood? What's the difference?
No, it's not. Red twig.
So which one do you recommend? Although there's no room for another tree in my yard, but
Both of them. I can give you some whips. I have some
Right.
extra. We bought this year they ended their we've had 7 or 8 years of planting trees from the original grant that Friends of the Parks wrote in 2014.
right.
And since 2015, we've been planting all of these native trees and shrubs. But this year, they ended the application period without warning, weeks early. And what we did was we contacted Saratoga Nursery,
Right.
and we actually purchased independently a whole bunch of plants. So we have. Do you have any red twig dogwood?
I had one clump of some sort of dogwood down. I thought it was red twig dogwood, a giant thing. It's very wet where it is. And it's giant.
Well, all these plants love wet roots.
Right.
They all do.
Okay. But I have the whole area almost full. And anyway, we'll talk.
Well, let's
Okay.
talk
All right. Time to
offline
go to
then.
dinner.
Diane, see you soon, Diane.
I'll see you soon, Madeline.
Thank you, Sandy.
Congratulations again. All right.
Oh, my
Congrats to
goodness.
Henry too, his big award. All right. Take care.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations, Henry.
All right.
Thank you.
Over and out.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Everybody be well. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.